He's also now banned from Kick.com. So that stake deal is gone. Kick does not want to risk being banned in a whole country.
His mom got scammed for trying to pay for his legal fees. So according to his mom, she sent crypto to someone claiming to be his lawyer. He didn't believe he did anything wrong and nothing was ever gonna happen. No matter what, he's stuck in this detention center for a while.
The local posses, the local gangs in that particular jail. He would have to kind of keep his head low. And that's something he probably was mindful of.
Will not be deported yet, so he can face the consequences of his actions under Philippine law. Just days after he was arrested on April 3 and said to have been awaiting deportation proceedings.
Vitaly Zdorovetski is now completely out of money and begging for help after losing everything. According to reports, his mother tried to send large sums to some Philippine lawyers who claimed they could save Vitaly, but the situation spiraled out of control. This news is shocking. The former multimillionaire is now allegedly begging for money in the Philippines. With $1 equal to around 57 Philippine pesos, Vitaly once had the kind of net worth that made him feel like a billionaire there, but now his condition is so bad that he's said to be asking strangers for money. Reports also claim that Philippine authorities are taking advantage of the situation. Vitaly's deportation process is still stuck, but if his financial problems completely ruin him, his chances of being deported could drop to almost zero. So is this real, or just a mirror image of the truth? I'll show you the proof. Watch until the end. You might be wondering why Vitaly is out of money when he earned so much during his career. Well, think about it. How long has Vitaly been away from streaming and IRL content? The very things that gave him all that infamous fame and money. When the main cash flow stopped years ago, Vitaly started selling off his assets. Do you really think he still had steady revenue after that? Even before this situation, creator Atozi had expressed concern about Vitaly's financial issues.
Oh boy, that is the stare of a man who wants to put you under the prison. Bro's freedom is literally at stake. And speaking of the other stake, he's also now banned from Kick.com. So that stake deal is gone. Kick does not want to risk being banned in a whole country. So they're just gonna quickly ban and get rid of whatever streamer that causes a commotion like that.
When there's no cash flow, how can Vitaly still have money? If you're thinking about Johnny Somali surviving in Korea, remember that Johnny Somali hasn't been arrested like Vitaly. He's still posting videos on his YouTube channel and fighting to survive, even though his parents and Hank Yu have refused to give him money. But Vitaly's situation is totally different. He doesn't have friends or allies stepping up to help him financially. Even back then, Vitaly's former ally Aiden Ross was talking about how many years Vitaly might end up spending in jail.
Wait, it's like confirmed he's gonna do time? Up to how many years?
I seen the headline like they trying to say
not 5 years, there's no fuck.
20? No,
they said 10. I thought it was 10. I seen something that said 10 years, but I don't know how the fuck that shit works.
What the fuck?
Just imagine how shady they are, talking about how many times Vitaly might face jail, but not caring at all whether he's actually in financial trouble. You might even curse me, asking, why should Aiden Ross take care of the finances of Vitaly Zdorovetski, a criminal prankster? Well guys, here's the truth. Aiden Ross is actually the guy who positions himself as the savior of criminal pranksters. Aiden Ross once said he'd take responsibility for a criminal TikToker named Heston James, who spent 9 years in an Arizona prison for reckless pranks. Aiden promised to cover his legal fees, but later stopped taking action. Now Vitaly is still in trouble with nobody stepping in to support him financially. According to reports, Vitaly started facing legal trouble from the very beginning, but things got much worse when his mother lost all of their money in a crypto scam. Some people pretending to be Vitaly's lawyers claimed they could easily help him survive, but when his mother sent the money, it just got blocked. Nothing ever went through. As you might know, she even posted a crying video showing her despair over the situation. Creator Atozi also revealed and discussed this issue, highlighting how serious Vitaly's financial and legal problems have become.
I need help.
His mom got scammed for trying to pay for his legal fees. So according to his mom, she sent crypto to someone claiming to be his lawyer because nothing says legitimate legal transaction like sending crypto to a random wallet address.
So Vitaly lost a lot of money after that. Just imagine, if Vitaly's mom hadn't lost such a huge amount, would she really be crying on camera? Definitely not. A mother can't act like that when her one and only son is stuck in a dangerous situation in the Philippines for so many days. Now, as you can see, some news reports are claiming that Vitaly is begging for cash after the massive crypto scam. A lot of data seems to confirm that his condition is indeed not good. Whether the reports are fully true or not, when a story doesn't make sense, it doesn't go viral. So it's very likely that Vitaly is out of money and asking for help. But things are getting even worse. Philippine authorities, who previously tried to deport him, are now taking advantage of the situation. The US and Russia refused his deportation. Now that he's out of money, authorities are saying that the proceedings will continue for more days and his deportation is effectively cancelled.
Interior and Local Government Secretary John Vicremulia says that Russian vlogger Vitaly Zdorovetsky will not be deported yet, so he can face the consequences of his actions under Philippine law. Just days after he was arrested on April 3 and said to have been awaiting deportation proceedings.
May dumating dito na isang Ruso na Amerikano na hinahamak ang ating pagkatao bilang Pilipino.
He also urges lawmakers to modify the cyber libel law to stop vloggers, both local and foreign, from making disruptive content in the country.
I told you before, in the Philippines, money talks and nothing else. Whenever you have a lot of money, you can do almost anything, even with the corrupt officials in custody.
Exorbitant bribes to corrupt prison officials for basic human comfort. We're talking in the millions of pesos in bribes over the course of his detention. This is just the way prisons work. Money talks, especially behind bars.
But now, Vitaly is out of money and literally begging for help. Just imagine how the authorities are reacting. It's expected that they're taking advantage of the situation. Even creators like Atozy have expressed concern, highlighting how Vitaly is truly stuck and how his life is falling apart while he has no money to survive.
Vitaly, he's now in miserable conditions in the Philippines, but the dude made his own bed. I believe he didn't have any criminal intent. I think he really is that dumb. Even when he was confronted, he was essentially saying over and over again that he didn't believe he did anything wrong and nothing was ever going to happen. No matter what, he's stuck in this detention center for a while. And from what I've heard, the Philippines court system is extremely backlogged. So this could easily be 1-2 years of trial procedures for Vitaly here. This whole situation was just so avoidable on his part.
And not just that, Legal Mindset has also analyzed Vitaly's situation and explained what could actually happen to him.
He's never going to be fully free. Now, this is very interesting. Beyond that, he probably was a little bit intimidated of the local jails. Those are a tougher environment. There's a lot more locals. There might be people messing with them. He would have to behave himself with the local posses, the local gangs in that particular jail. He would have to kind of keep his head low. And that's something he probably was mindful of in that local jail. So now he's back in the BI. And mind you, the local jail he was transferred to was one of the world's toughest prisons. So if you've seen the World Toughest Prisons show, the one that he was transferred to under the BJMP was an extremely harsh prison. This was one that was one of the toughest in the world. You've been slipping me information here and there. Think about a year and a half is about accurate for Vitaly.
So as of now, one thing is clear. Before, we all thought the reason Vitaly was not deported was because the US and Russia refused to take him. But now we know the real reason. Vitaly has no money. Officially, you can say it. Vitaly is broke and homeless. So now it really seems true. Vitaly is completely broke and has actually started begging for money. The reports might be accurate. If things are really going on like this, then Vitaly could be stuck in a situation similar to Johnny Somali. If you notice, Johnny Somali started with just 2 or 3 charges, but now he's facing 8. Just imagine what could happen if Philippine authorities take advantage of Vitaly's situation. They could start digging up even more charges against him. Definitely possible. What do you actually think about this? Let me know.